With a price of up to $95 an ounce, it's been called one of the most precious fluids on Earth.
What are we talking about? Printer ink. Worse yet, a lot of what's in that expensive cartridge goes to waste.
Happily, Jimmy Rhodes found some ways to stay in the black with your ink supply. We're scrimping on ink at the top of the list.
When gas was $4 a gallon, that was about 3 cents an ounce. A $100 bottle of fancy wine is less than $4 an ounce. And the human blood that keeps you alive is around $10 an ounce. They're all way cheaper than the most expensive liquid in your home, printer ink.
The average price is $50 per ounce these days.
Consumer Reports' Chris Raymond says we're wasting that sweet, inky elixir.
As much as 50% or less actually ends up on the page.
Would you pour your precious single malt scotch onto the floor? Blasphemy! So why are you wasting printer ink? Here are proven ways to conserve it. For starters, leave your printer on to avoid maintenance pages.
Each time you start it up, it uses a little bit of ink to kind of loosen up the print heads, and that process can be very costly.
So just leave that sucker on forever, and don't worry.
It actually uses very little power, so you're not going to see any impact on your electric bill.
Next, not everything's a final print job, so use draft mode.
So printing out stuff that doesn't have to be in pristine condition, you can actually use draft mode on your printer, and that uses less ink.
You can find some version of draft mode in the dialog box that comes up when you print. And while you're in there, try to simplify the print job.
Make sure that you're not printing out pages and pages of like advertisements and comments at the bottom of a file, because you can often add, 5, 6, 10 pages.
Set the range to just the pages you need and use your printer's version of the Simplify Page feature to eliminate ads on web pages.
Look for a print mode that will strip all of those things out.
Okay, typography geeks are going to love this one. Choose an ink-thrifty font.
Times New Roman, for example, uses about 27% less ink than Arial.
The font, not the mermaid. Finally, if you're in the market, buy the right printer. Think laser printers for black and white printing.
The toner cartridge ends up being less expensive than an ink cartridge.
And look into newer designs called reservoir printers.
Instead of ink cartridges, they actually let you buy bottles of ink for $12 or $13. So you can then go and manually refill the reservoirs, and you can actually save lots of money, a few $dozen a year instead of hundreds of dollars a year.
They're more expensive, but over time you can recoup that cost in ink. Saving dough on the most expensive liquid in your home is at the top of the list.